Sorry about the noise. Hello. Hello. Sorry about the noise. I'll put a link in the description of the video. Let me just edit it. I'll just copy the link. Copy. Okay, so the changes were made. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching some TMK. You know TMK. This thing that exists in this world. Otherwise known as Too Much Kirby. Too Much Kirby RG. I'm gonna message you TT Studios. No, not TT Studios. Super Xavier. Super Y Xavier.
You killed him. I get to see my mom again. You're all right. I knew you'd understand. I am so sorry.
TMK.
All right. It wasn't your fault.
Too Much Kirby. Grayson!
Get you out of here.
Grayson! Join, please! It's been a while. I'm gonna be watching this creepy analog horror series, like, about Kirby. Literally.
How's it going?
So, I'm gonna get rid of this YouTube tab. And you can join by clicking the link in the description. It's a StreamYard stream. I mean, it's very easy to create an account. I'm gonna start broadcasting, sharing my screen. Ah, here we go. Much better. Watching this.
Oh, baby.
Now I'm gonna watch the analyzing for. Oh, come on, not. I need to. Oh my God, my stream appears. Okay, there we go.
This is the Kirby Horror Arc. Let's explore it.
Let's go. Yeah, I know this is creepy and all. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Our series begins on Maple Riot's channel. The first video in the series, titled Kirby.mp4, follows a player starting a game of Kirby Superstar on the SNES. Kirby enters the level Spring Breeze and almost immediately succumbs to drastic health loss and corrupted files. Kirby dies, and a picture of 3 children whose eyes have been blacked out appear on screen as a distorted smudge of Kirby watches from the TV behind. You may have noticed a date appearing on the screen, that being September 20th, 1996, which happens to be the North America release date for Kirby Superstar. But a few more
Well, we're not there yet. Easy for you. That's easy. That makes it easy for you.
Mysteries lurk in this first entry. To start, right before Kirby dies and the screen turns black, a mysterious figure with one eye appears on the border of the screen. While it doesn't look entirely like him, the character is reminiscent of the series' regular Dark Matter, but we'll jump into this a little later. It also appears that there's 2 different forms of Kirby, one being the regular Kirby that dies during the level, and the other being the virus. This Kirby takes the form of the art on the intro that actually looks towards the player as the page slides across the screen. The virus also appears to manipulate Kirby's logo and the smudge we see on the TV screen. As it fades, we see a quick glimpse of a disturbing smile as he looks towards the children. Another note is during the glitches, real-life images flash of a radio station and police officers by their vehicle. What could this mean? Well, let's jump into episode 2.
Okay, let's jump into this. Kirby test.
The video titled Kirby's Test Room begins with Kirby running across screen as it cuts to an ad featuring doctors talking about something called TMK. However, this isn't just some random clip. TMK was an ad that ran for Kirby Superstar about a fake disease called Too Much Kirby.
Too much Kirby.
In the original ad, those infected simply just turned into Kirby. However, I feel as if the side effects in this ARG might be a little more sinister. We see the virus Kirby with a hole through his head, saying the word spread, which only solidifies the idea that TMK is—
Oh my god, is that the virus, the funny virus we can't talk about here on YouTube? Oh my god!
being used as a real disease. The dead Kirby on the ground then gets revived with the same hole that the virus shares. We then see a final shot of Kirby on a real-life television, with the shadow of a dead boy hanging visible in the distance. Where could this be going?
Hello. Any reason you're calling me at 3 in the morning? Someone has a job.
The next episode picks up right where the previous one left off. Someone comes home, flicks on the light, and sees the boy hanging in the room. I assume it's the mother by the unsettling screams. We also see that Kirby, who was previously visible on the TV screen, is now gone. If you turn closed captions on, we see the name Brent Cole.
Where name? Hopefully somebody join us this stream, okay? Also,
to assume that this is the name of the boy who died, and we see a phone call mentioning TMK and how it's getting worse. The conversation then gets cut off by the virus, and the spread of the disease is visualized by the copies of Kirby Superstar multiplying. Okay, let's pause and take a bit of a theory break to catch everyone up to speed. It appears that real-life copies of Kirby Superstar are infecting players with a disease titled TMK, aka Too Much Kirby. This was mentioned in a real-life ad to promote Kirby Superstar, but the ARG is using it as a PSA to warn of the disease. Very clever. The virus that caused TMK takes the form of a one-eyed creature that looks vaguely familiar to Dark Matter, a popular Kirby villain. From what we see, TMK has caused one boy by the supposed name of Brent Cole to kill himself, and I assume the 3 boys in the first episode suffered the same fate. Some questions that are still left unanswered are the roles of the men on the phone and the inclusion of the radio station in the first episode. I guess the only way to conclude these is to move forward. So let's continue.
In later news, a brand new outbreak has come from the brand new Kirby. Some kids have these faith, but others, I warn all parents to put away their concerns.
Who the hell is that? Buddy do be looking kind of ugly, man. Dude's got a big forehead, still fat. He's probably one of them Discord mods. TMK / 2 pills a day.
I turned subtitles on because they are crucial to understanding the story from here. We see hidden messages from the virus asking questions regarding its existence. This is actually very interesting as it means the bug in the game isn't directly responsible for TMK. TMK could be a byproduct of the bug, but it's not like we have some malicious ghost in the code causing kids to kill themselves. We then see some snippets of news stations warning of TMK, and the confirmation that Brent Cole was indeed the 13-year-old boy who killed himself. The newspaper headline reads, "Game nearly kills boy," and while it's cut off, the
Hello? Anybody gonna join? Not watch me just message this to friends. Let's message just TTE Studios.
Ooh, someone please help me. She always does. Oh. Holy shit. Oh my god. We're gonna die. Someone get us out of here. Oh nah, bro. I'm from the streets. Once you hear it.
Yeah, Donovan was in my last stream, which was today. Much better. Spread.
You want to let it cool down, okay? Little potty. Probably take a bath.
You got it.
Huh?
Oh, nah, bro. I'm from the streets. Oh, nah, bro. I'm from the streets. Tootie. Bro fell asleep. I'm gonna ask him to join when he wakes up.
An explosion going off in the distance. You get the hell out of there. Once you hear an explosion, there's no going back. You either run or you die. There's no other option. Hiding is just pointless. The explosion's just gonna find you anyway. So enough of me talking. I hope you enjoyed the next 2 hours of watching Rebecca run across the screen trying to get to Natford.
We have some malicious ghosts in the code causing kids to kill themselves. We then see some snippets of news stations warning of TMK, and the confirmation that Brent Cole was indeed the 13-year.
Oh crap, that's scary. Nah.
The newspaper headline reads, "Game nearly kills boy," and while it's cut off, the title seems to read along the lines of, "Blank-year-old blacks out after he hangs some towel in school washroom." Jesus Christ. Although it's tragic, we find out that TMK can be cured. The news reporter states that some kids have been saved, and after seeing this bottle of pills and turning the brightness up, we can assume that TMK can be cured by having 2 of these pills a day. While this is the meat and bones of the episode, we do get a very important plot point here. If you pause on the frame after Brent Cole's tombstone, we see that the message below his name has changed to, "I have your son." The closed captions then read, "You can't blame me that my world is better."
Weird message for, "I have your son." Yo, dude. Hey, yo, dude. I have your son, bruh. Nah, bruh. Shake the fuck up. Let's watch some SMG. Oh, honestly, let's see if we upload it today. Nope. I'm gonna watch it.
Woo! Yeah, baby! Metamana Season 3, the final season, is coming out this year. Check out the Glitch Productions channel for the full teaser.
Yeah, Metal Runner is gonna end. Liz! Joy! Anybody can join in. Please, John!
And future updates. And now, onto the video.
This is so nice. Luigi! Luigi! Hello! Oh! Tapi para to tarbato luto. Oh. Puto ito. Let's go. Mamma mia. I got it. Puto ito. Eto, sono lavato, lo vedo.
So much love.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Ma, tutto rapeto, tutto na pagkinapato. Ciao! Police. I choose you! Go! Do you like VHSs? Do you like VHSs that are true? And head on down to your local True VHSs today. We have the best customers.
Hey, yo, why get Ben here? Who's outside? Yeah! Let's go ahead and watch some more art.
Service ever. Rentals are super cheap, and we treat customers with the utmost respect and we.
Hey, yo, why get Ben looking at me like that? Hey, yo!
Oh no! Oh!
Hey Mario, can you open up?
Face off, big head!
My name's Short and I just want to talk to you.
Stop! Don't touch me, Dick. Distance, I know you swear.
Come on, Mario. I just want to have a little chat.
Yes, I'm sorry, I do not speak English. Okay. Hmm?
Mario! Oh no! That's very illegal.
Oh, no, he's trying to touch Mario's no square.
What the? I don't know. Mario! Oh no! Oh man! Oh jeez. Let's go!
Thank you so much. Oh,
Oh! Hey, that's pretty good. This is gonna be good.
Ah!
Huh?
Please don't tell anyone how I live. Oh.
What the hell was that?
The fitness gram pacer test is a multi.
Come on! That was easy.
Mamma mia! Let's go. Ah!
Mario! You can do it! Oh man. Gotcha. What's this?
Luigi! Oh. Hmm? Oops, sorry.
What the hell is that?
Oh no! Luigi!
Oh.
No!
Hello again, Mario. What? What?
Excuse me? Don't make me kick you.
Luigi!
No! You guys are busy.
Yeah, boy. Ecco, tu non l'hai capito!
Beg your pardon?
Stop, please. Here, look at this.
Hmm?
Hello? Welcome to Groovy HS is the coolest place on earth. Could you start by giving me your name? Luigi. Thanks. And your last name? Luigi. Hey, Mr. Luigi, how can I help you today? Tutto armatato. Un po' restare un bravo ancora maroni. Really? That's strange. If you check this, it's plugged in. Oh yeah. If you check this, there's an ear noticed in it. Oh yeah. Hello? If you check behind you. Huh?
Oh no!
Tapi pada tuh terbatas tuh.
Oh.
Yes. But that was my first show of CD I got by accident.
Oh no! What's that?
Hmm?
What are you doing? What's going on here? Luigi!
Oh, mamma mia.
My show of CD I.
Oh no! Luigi! Ah! Come back!
Here's a deal.
Great merciful crap!
Wow, what the frick?
Oh my god, Charlie and Billy, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, well, what are you doing? Oh, I see.
Peter,
Yes, Toad, what is it?
got something to tell. Zuna is confessing her feelings to xzevier come up.
Holy fuck in a pizza box! I'll have to see this. See, simple lad.
The moment that I'm doing fine, you guys are on my mind.
Hey, well, what are you doing? What? Hey, well, what are you doing? Oh, I see.
Peter,
Yes, Toad.
Blocking total
DJ's ribbon thing and your solo.
I'm gonna be on TV, man!
You're already on TV, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Hello out there, dudes!
I call this the dance of the rattlesnake. Look into my eyes, what do you see?
What the fuck is that? I'm going to Thomas DOTD.
How's it going, everyone? This is Thomas DOTD. A while ago, I held.
In 2019, I did something a bit out of the ordinary, something that I haven't done in a very long time. I attended Day Out with Thomas, the celebration of all things Tom's the Tank Engine. I hopped in the car with my mom and drove down to Spencer, North Carolina to relive my childhood for just one day. You might ask, why would I, a 19-year-old college student, be interested in something like that? Thomas was a defining part of my childhood. I owned dozens of VHS tapes and DVDs, more Trackmaster and Wooden Railway toys than I can count, and even a Thomas bed. Thomas is responsible for my love of steam engines and holds a special spot in my heart. So, when I went to this event for the first time in 10 years, it was an absolute treat. The sights and sound of the event brought back so many memories from when I was little, and seeing all the kids who were as interested in Thomas as I was heartwarming. These events usually consist of face painting, model train layouts, storybook tellings, and most importantly, riding a train pulled by Thomas himself. This is what the whole event is based around, and why I wanted
Strasbourg
to go in the first place. The last time I rode Thomas was in Nashville, Tennessee when I was 5, so I was eager to experience it again. Kids nowadays are so lucky. In my day, we only had Thomas to ride, but now they've got Thomas, Percy, and even Mavis in some places. Day Out with Thomas has come a long way from when I was little, and even more from when it first began. The first event of this kind started on the Neem Valley Railway with an engine named Thomas. This 060 tank engine was built in 1947 by Hudswell Clark for the purpose of transporting wagons of sugar beet to the Petersboro Sugar Factory. The engine bears a striking resemblance to the famous No. 1 engine with its light blue livery, and Reverend Audrey, author of the Thomas books, thought so too, which is why he gave his blessing to name the engine Thomas. In 1973, after being bought by the Petersboro Railway Society, Thomas was moved to the Neem Valley Railway, where it could be seen pulling various trains. The mere sight of this engine was enough to bring delight to fans of Audrey's books. Neem Valley was the first railway to use the likenesses of Audrey's characters, and it certainly wasn't the last. The Tally-Lynn, Bluebell, and Dean Forest railways have all used the reference characters for a Day Out with Thomas-like event. Audrey had connections with each of these railways, making the use of his characters acceptable. He was a regular visitor and volunteer guard at the Tally-Lynn Railway, and gave permission to turn the Tally-Lynn Sir Hayden into Sir Handel. The Bluebell Railway painted the tank engine Stepney to resemble Audrey's interpretation of the engine, as did the Dean Forest with their engine Wilbur. Each of these railways saw an increase in popularity when these engines were running, resulting in more funds going into these heritage railways. As the years went on, Thomas became more and more popular, and many railways wanted to capitalize on that. So, in 1990, Britt Allcroft Company ran the Friends of Thomas the Tank Engine event all over the United Kingdom. For a small licensing fee, a railway could decorate its engines to look like one of Thomas's friends. These events were very different from the Day Out with Thomas that we know. Thomas was not required to be present at the event, just an engine from the island of Sodor, and the decoration for the engines were pretty minimal, usually just a face painted on the smoke box. However, one railway took things a step farther. The Mid-Hunts Railway decided to overhaul their N-Class 260 engine to look like James the Red engine. It was painted red, given the number 5, and had a face placed on its smoke box. The railway had hoped to make back their money from overhauling the engine, and they did so and then some. James's debut in 1993 drew a massive crowd and made more than £25,000. So, it's no wonder they drew an even bigger crowd when they debuted Thomas the next year. They rebuilt their 060 austerity saddle tank engine to be the most authentic version of Thomas. By the end of the year, the two engines brought in £250,000 and over 100,000 visitors. This event basically defined how Day Out with Thomas would be done in the future, and it was only a matter of time before they came to the United States. In 1996, at the National Railroad Museum, the United States would have its very first Day Out with Thomas. 5 events were held in its first year, each using a small diesel-powered replica of Thomas. The first proper Thomas in the United States belonged to the Strasburg Railroad. In 1998, Strasburg converted their 060 quarter tank engine into Thomas for these events, and to this day it remains the only fully functional steam-operated Thomas locomotive in the United States. In the following years, 6 other Thomas replicas were made for events all across the United States. However, these were merely dummy models and could not move on their own. These models required a diesel locomotive to push them from behind. The highlight of the dummy models was their resemblance to the actual Thomas the Tank Engine. These engines are spot on and bring much delight to any child that sees them. In 2014, Percy joined Thomas at the Strasburg Railroad, and after its debut in Strasburg, it would tour around with Thomas. Another of Thomas's friends would join him at Strasburg in 2019, and to much surprise, it was Mavis the Diesel. For the Halloween event, the Strasburg Spooktacular, Mavis could be seen pulling a train, but shockingly enough, it wasn't a dummy model. Strasburg converted their SRR 8618 switcher diesel to look like Mavis. This makeover was complete with a 3D face, a new coat of paint, and the Farquhar Quarry lettering on the side. The history of this event has not always been positive, and a few hiccups have occurred along the way. Several railways dropped out of hosting Gale with Thomas due to stricter licensing guidelines placed by Hit Entertainment. They also attempted to sue some of the railways for using the likenesses of their characters. Fortunately, they were unsuccessful with their suit, as many railways had received permission from Audrey himself, or the engine in question came before their storybook counterpart. Even still, these incidents garnered some bad press for the company and turned a few fans away from the event. Despite all this, Gale with Thomas would continue to flourish, mostly because kids aren't concerned with lawsuits or regulations. Their only concern is getting to meet their favorite little blue tank engine. Going back to the event after all these years was fun and quite literally a trip down memory lane. I thought it would feel out of place at an event targeted to kids, but I felt better than I ever have. I've picked up a few souvenirs in the past, and I was lucky enough to grab a few more. If you ever were a fan of Thomas, I highly recommend grabbing some friends and heading to your nearest day out with Thomas. You're never too old to enjoy steam engines, certainly not one like Thomas the Tank Engine. This is the Lionel G-Scale Edward, a modified Lionel James that took me roughly 8 months to complete. This is, without a doubt, the most ambitious model that I've ever made. Let's talk about it. The idea for this model came as I was thinking of what custom to make next. Thomas and James were the only models Lionel made, which limited what I could do. I can sort of see why these were the only models made. Large-scale models are expensive to produce and just as expensive to sell. What if Lionel continued the range and produced more characters, like, say, Edward? Edward does look similar to James, and they could probably recycle parts to make him. So, I decided I would make a G-scale model of Edward using the body of a Lionel James, the goal being to make Edward look like an authentic Lionel model. The project began in September, when I bought my third Lionel James. I usually try to buy damaged models, as they're typically cheaper and I don't feel as bad about modifying them. But at the time I was searching, this lightly used James was the cheapest one I could find. It came in its original packaging along with the manual and James's face mask. While I wasn't thrilled to be modifying the model in such good condition, at least it came with some cool stuff. To turn James into Edward, there were several things I needed to do. I had to remove the front drive wheel and splashers, push back and extend the bogie, shorten the side rods, move his dome, and fix the cab windows, all before painting him blue and adding his number 2. The first thing I did was work on giving him his 440 wheel arrangement. The wheels were removed from the chassis along with the pickups. With the front drive wheel gone, I had to move the front pickup to the second wheel. I figured out where they would go, and I used my Dremel to cut holes in the chassis and glue them in place. I then had to trim away the front half of the chassis to make room for the extended bogie. This was a bit tricky, as I'd never cut or sanded this much material before. It took some time, but I eventually got the chassis just right. Using silicone rubber, I made a mold of the bogie and cast it with liquid plastic. I drilled out holes and slid in spare wheels before gluing it to the original bogie. I also molded and cast one of the side rods. The middle section was removed and the 2 ends joined together. I then made a new mold so I could cast the shortened side rod as one piece. I bought spares of Thomas's wheels so I could swap them out with James's. I needed to move these plastic tabs on the new set of wheels, so I used a vise to pry the wheels apart and slip them on. I then reassembled the chassis and gave it a run on the tracks to ensure that the pickups were working. With the drive wheel secure, I fixed the side rods and attached the bogie. A bit of styrene was used to cover the hole in the front of the chassis, and for the most part, it was finished. I can now move on to modifying the body. The first thing I did was cut off the front splashers. Doing this left pretty sizable holes in the model that I needed to fill. I cut out strips of styrene and used them to cover the inside of the holes. Then, using modeling putty, I filled in the space. After hardening, it was sanded down till it was flush. The dome was removed and screwed to a piece of styrene. I drilled out a new hole big enough for the dome to fit through, then glued the styrene and dome in place. More putty was used to fill in seam lines and to cover the original hole for the dome. I decided to sand down the lining on the boiler, as the amount that Edward has is different from James. I used the same process for the cab as I did with the boiler. I put styrene inside the cab, coated it with putty, and sanded it down. I then marked out where the windows would be and cut them out. I would use more putty and some straight plastic to make the divide in the window. I also used strips of styrene to correct this slope into an angle. One upside to buying this model is that it came with James's cab roof, an accessory I've been missing for a while. With this, I can now call my Lionel James 100% complete. But first, I needed to make copies for Edward and my Origins James. So I made a mold and cast duplicates of the roof. I sanded down the whistle for Edward's as his sits above his boiler instead of his cab. To finish out the body modification, I cast a slope piece to fit under the smoke box, just like Edward's. With all that done, it was time to paint. A lot of the miscellaneous stuff like the roof and wheels I had painted early on. I moved the body and the tender outside, primed them with gray, and then Maui blue on top. I actually had to sand off all the paint and do everything over again. This was the first time I had used primer, and I didn't let it dry long enough before applying the second coat, resulting in a cracked pattern. The paint job does look a little rough in some spots, but it's much better than what it was. After they dried, I took out the paint sharpies and began applying the lining detail. For Edward's number 2, I took a picture of Edward into Inkscape and traced out the number. Adjustments were made in Photoshop, and it was then printed on Avery labels. I painted the back of the labels so the color could be clearly seen. The labels were then applied to the tender. It's a little sloppy, but it works. It was around this time that I decided to properly secure the bogie. Up till now, the bogie was held in place with a plastic rod and a push pin. This worked well for testing, however, the bogie would fall off whenever the chassis was picked up. So I replaced it with a metal screw that would fit into a nut glued to the model. Now the only thing left to do was swap out James' face. Right from the beginning, I was very The only thing left to do was swap out James's face. Right from the beginning, I was very The only thing left to do was swap out James's face. Right from the beginning, I was very The only thing left to do was swap out James's face. Right from
What is here? Yeah, I think, what's it called again? Dab. So, guys, you're watching this at the start of the video.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna set up, but I realized we're in the movie theaters.
One thing that always fascinated me about the TV series models is their ability to move independently of each other. Two engines on the same track could move at different times, and that really helps sell the idea that they are real engines.
I must have share on my screen.
looking much better. Do, do, do. Wouldn't offer him. I'm going to sleep.
Doing? You have to get the fuck out of there! What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out of there!
We need to think of a way of opening this gate. I suggest throwing Tom at it.
Sounds good to me.
Or we could press that big red button, clearly marked, in case of zombie outbreak, press the open gate to free any/all ginger civilians trapped inside.
Throw Tom!
I hate you all so much. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, no, don't do that. Stop. Oh, crap. Someone please help me. That's great. What in the name of this delicious bowl of Eddsworld cereal happened to my base?
Ah, a spider! Seems safe enough. What's that over there?
They're everywhere! The arrows are everywhere! It is the single most painful experience of my life! Why would it stop? Please, someone let me die! Why is this happening to me?
I hate you. Holy crap! I mean, holy Pop-Tarts and a pencil sharpener. No? I'll go over there.
I think we fooled him. What the? Since when do axe-wielding maniacs carry around swords? Wait, how is that funny? Get over there.
So, where should we go now?
Okay. Shopping! I mean, arcade.
So, where should we go now?
Kitten shopping! Oh, not again.
I think we made the right choice.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Indubitably. Hey, I was about to say that.
Good God, son! What do you call that sorry state of a haircut on your head?
Sir, I call it Steve, sir.
What's your name, Private?
Sir, Tom, sir.
Wrong! Your name is now Private Bowling Ball. Understand?
Sir, I feel like a shaved bowling ball, sir.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Good riddance.
For his present this year, Tom received a poster of a picture of Matt admiring a toaster.
This rain is so annoying.
You're so annoying.
Yeah, well, I hope it ends soon.
I hope you end soon.
I'm getting soaked.
You're getting soaked. And you're ugly as well.
As ever, Ed, your sense of humor never ceases to amaze me.
Was that an insult?
You figure it out.
No, Susan! And you know what's getting old, Matt? Your face is getting old.
Tom's pain is always the best part of Christmas.
Really getting old?
Well, it looks like Christmas is saved again. Isn't that right, Tom? What about this? Well, that's a laser gun.
Lame. Wait. Seriously, I think these socks are actually alive now.
They got me! They're eating me! Oh no! Why would you keep your socks in radioactive waste? It was an easy mistake to make! These are the angriest socks ever! Just don't let them on your feet! Ah, they're eating my feet!
Scrooge you. Huh? You know, like Scrooge from A Christmas Carol? But it's not even Christmas! Ah, Scrooge you guys.
Look out! The bear's got a gun! Father! I will avenge you!
Matt, did you give guns to the bears again? Oh, I could never stay mad at you. Let's get some ice cream. Yay!
Hey, guys.
Yeah, boy.
Hot. Sorry. There. Cool. Ha! Who's the loser now? Lame. Oh no.
Guys, it's the penguins!
They're onto us. You'll never get away with this.
Oh, we already have.
Classic stupid Tom. Don't worry. Yay! Sofa!
What is this?
Oh, just something I invented. Ow.
So, when are you leaving again?
Leaving? I'm moving back in.
Dum 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 dum.
Great. Now nobody wants to join.
No.
Of course you can.
But that's my room.
You can go back to your old room.
But you turned my old room into a swimming pool.
Why don't you sleep on this sofa? Classic stupid Tom. Yeah, classic stupid Tom.
You want my room? Take it. This place is too crowded anyway.
Oh, hey, free sofa.
Hey! Start
I promise it's a great surprise. You found my real parents! Even better. Ta-da! Oh, right. That'll buff right out. I'm gonna miss Tom's car. None. I'm alone. Yeah, in this park. Full of children. Drinking. Wait. Weirdo.
Weirdo.
No, you don't understand. I don't even celebrate Easter. I'm just here for them. My friends, who are adults. Aw. It's bad that you're still here, isn't it? Oh, yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Food Fight. This is the movie where people fight with food, and it is the best movie in the world. You guys have been so incredibly off on this movie. I'm actually disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys see that makes it bad. Like, this is a genuinely good movie.
It was in production for 12 years, so, like, you know it has to be good.
Yeah, they were trying to perfect it. They were trying to master it.
Well, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like on it.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe.
Let's get into this masterpiece.
Viva.
Live Pictures.
Threshold animation.
I'm gonna set my compressor to be animated now. Negative 60 decibels. If you like sniff, it just crushes it. Get ratioed, compressor users. It's ketchup and mustard. That was really gross.
No, that was just blood.
There's about to be blood. Now that the intro's over, is it fair to tell the audience, I've never seen this.
Okay, let me just check on you.
React video.
I want to eat that. Please join! I'm in the broadcast now. I'm going to. Yep. I'm ending the broadcast.